Oh, girls, time for you to drop whatever you're doing. Because it's time to hit the runway.
Look, Aunt Dorian, you're kind of interrupting something right now.
Darling, I have been shopping all morning till I almost dropped, and now I have the most exquisite collection of back-to-school clothes. Drop them right there. Thank you, Sebastian. That'll be all. Langston? Yeah. Oh, sorry. What is it that you're doing? Who are you?
Okay, well, we're obviously busted. We're just doing research on my mom's family in Colombia. The Montezes.
Oh. That is an utter waste of time.
So make up your mind. Do we have a deal or not?
I am to understand that in exchange for my release from prison, I must go to the United States and claim this girl as my niece.
Bingo. Correct. Any questions?
Yeah. What about the money?
Vete a hacer lo que te dije, ya. Perdón, pero ¿qué significa esto? ¿Quién es este hombre?
This man, Morton, is the worst criminal in all of Colombia.
And did you check all the hotels and the car rental agencies near the airport? Because whoever has Christian might have...
Yeah, we have done all of that, Sarah. Honey, why don't you go home?
And what? Knit?
No, and let us do our job and find Christian. And promise me that you're not going to go off looking for him yourself.
You think I'd be crazy enough to do that? Because you don't know me at all if you think I would go off on my own to try to find Christian. That's something my mother would do.
Exactly. And you know something? You've been sounding an awful lot like her for the past 10 minutes.
That's the worst thing you've ever said to me.
Then prove me wrong. Don't dream up some harebrained scheme, okay? One Tina in this family, that's enough.
Clint, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I just feel so bad.
What's the matter?
Aunt Tina. Are you all right?
Sweetheart, there you are. I just dropped by to see how you're doing.
I'm great. I've been so much better since Aunt Tina got here. I'm so happy she came right after Mom left.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you know, she's been a rock for me. Always cheering me up whenever I need it and taking care of Bree when I need help.
Tina, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Good old Tina. It's so nice, Tina. It feels like I can count on you for anything.
I'm happy that the two of you are getting along so well.
Oh, I'm afraid I wasn't so welcoming at first, but Aunt Tina, she just wouldn't leave me alone until we came to an understanding, huh?
Well, thank you, Tina.
Yeah, I just did what I had to. I mean, Jessica's my niece, and she's been through something really awful. And we get each other. You know, after all she went through in Mendora, it just feels like we can take care of one another.
That's good to hear. So, Tina, why were you so upset just before Jessie came in?
Yes, Tina, what's the matter? Dad, please help me.
Tina, what is it?
Daddy, please see the difference. She's Tess. Don't let her fool you.
It's nothing, really.
Didn't seem like nothing to me.
You know, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
You know, since I've been pregnant, I've been forgetting a whole bunch of things. Maybe you're pregnant, Antina.
Yeah, maybe I am. Well, I'll just leave you two so you can talk.
Is your sister here?
Oh, I have no idea where Natalie's been hiding.
Hiding?
Well, what I mean is I haven't seen her around the house much since Mom left.
Are you two still having problems?
We're surviving. I'm sure you can understand why it hasn't been easy.
Clint, I remember what I was going to say.
I thought you were leaving.
What is it?
It's about Natalie and Jessica.
Oh, I really need to... Yeah, sorry, I should have not.
That's okay, Rex. I was just on my way out.
What's going on?
Christian's missing.
What can I do to help?
We have just started the investigation. We have everything under control, Balsam.
Well, maybe I can make a few calls.
If we reach a point where I think that we need your help, I will bring you in.
Give me a call sometime. We'll go over to have with Christian, okay? I owe it to him for taking you off my hands last summer.
Thanks, Rex.
Balsam! What the hell did I just tell you?
She's not going to call me, don't worry. I know Sarah's just go off on her own.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid of. So what's up with you?
It's not a big deal. I come back another
Just
time.
sit down. Okay. Let's have it.
My son hates my guts.
You can take her order, Brody.
I'm not here as a customer. I work from 3 to 11.
The only way you could work 3 to 11 is if you worked here, and you don't.
Look, I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it with me. You asked for a couple of days off, and you were gone a whole lot longer than that. You're fired.
Aunt Dorian, I think it's rude for you to tell Langston that she's wasting her time by her looking for a long-lost relative.
Was I suggesting that Langston drop her search altogether?
Yeah, you kind of were.
No. Look, you of all people should know that family is terribly important to me. I was merely suggesting that Langston put her search on hold for a while.
Why?
Because tomorrow's the first day of school. We had little Wayne Laurie come over and jazz up our hair color. Come on. You've got to get the rest of your look together.
Well, I already have my look decided.
Oh, really? And did you think I would forget my favorite niece?
Really? You got me something.
Absolutely. I look for things that would, kind of flatter that darling little 7-month baby bump of yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess we could take a break.
Great.
What did you get?
What money? What money? What money? Okay. I'm in here for life. You want to play games? I got nothing but time.
The deal I offer you is non-negotiable. I get you out of here, and you do as I ask when we get back to Landview.
This deal means nothing to me. I already got my own plan to get out of here.
Looks like that's working out real well for you. I congratulate you. You've done this country a great service, delivering such a criminal to us.
Can you assure me that Lotto is secure enough to hold this man?
Oh, yes. He has had his last taste of freedom.
So while you were down in Texas, you found out that Shane is your son?
Gigi told me when she tracked me down and managed to get me out of that That wild, dream I was having?
Oh, yeah, dreaming, yeah, but you have a son.
Yep.
Thanks. How's it feel?
I liked Shane from the moment I met him. He's smart and funny and open. He's an amazing kid. I'm not saying he gets any of those really great things from me. All I did was donate my DNA. Gigi's the one who raised him. But I can't help feeling really proud.
It's a great feeling, isn't it?
I just wish I had known before. I mean, I get why Gigi kept it a secret. I ran off without a word and never looked back. She didn't even know she was pregnant until after I left.
Sounds like she didn't have it easy.
No. She didn't even think that she would ever see me again. She had no reason to. She probably wouldn't have if I hadn't followed Marcy down to Paris, Texas. It's weird how life works out.
Yeah, wait a minute.
What?
The guy that showed up at your wedding, Shane called him Dad.
Gigi spent 10 years raising Shane by herself. And she didn't want him to think that his father was this deadbeat dad. So she made him think his father was this amazing war hero. They both thought he was dead until he walked into the church.
What? You have to let Shane know that he has a real dad now.
I would, except Shane's already got the dad he wants.
Look, I'm really sorry I was gone for so long, but I swear I was in a life or death situation. It was impossible to get back.
We've all got our problems. Mine is that I've got a business to run, and you left me high and dry.
It's not like you hired someone else.
I will.
You better make it quick. Unless you want to work another happy hour yourself.
I need someone dependable.
She just saved the guy's life. She was dependable enough to do that. And I got a feeling she'd go to the wall for the man who signed her paychecks.
Talk's cheap. You ready to put your job on the line for her?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Give her a second chance. If she screws up, you can fire both of us.
What a deal. I'm only doing this because Brody asked me to, and he's a vet.
Thanks. I appreciate this, Brody.
Sure.
But it doesn't change anything. I'm still going to tell Shane that Rex is his father.
Okay, look. I don't know what kind of half-assed plan you have to get out of here, but you are looking at one guy that can make it happen today. So all you have to do is come with me back to Landview and do as I told you.
First, I will need some...
I have no power to give you anything more than I have laid out. So you can either sit around here in this lovely resort and plan your big escape, which we both know is not going to happen, or you can walk out of here a free man within the hour. It's your choice.
You're not going to get away with this. I'll find you, Hester. What did you say? What does he call you?
Don't believe anything this man says. He's no ordinary prisoner. He's a trained assassin who killed his own cousin. I suggest you take special precautions with him.
Perhaps our friend here should begin his stay in solitary confinement.
Sounds lovely.
That way you will be close at hand until you become fully acclimated. Not a criminal. I don't belong here.
We're all guilty of something, Christian.
What about Natalie and Jesse?
They are both in big trouble. You see, Jessica,
I haven't told you the entire truth. I've done something terrible to Natalie. Jessica?
Jesse, come on. It can't be that bad. What happened?
Since Nat died,
she must have taken control. She's going to tell Dad what Tess did.
dealing with things as well as I pretended I have.
Sweetheart, nobody expected it to be a quick process.
I know. And I asked Madeline to move in here, and she did. And I didn't even give her a chance.
Well, I thought it was far too early for you to be spending that much time together.
And Mom did too. And I should have listened, because things are worse than ever.
Yeah, I agree. Tell him all of it, Jessica. Dad, I've been trying so hard to work things out with Natalie, but, you know, taking care of Bree and the pregnancy, and if I heard her say I'm sorry one more time, it was too much, and I snapped, you know?
Listen, I'm sure that Natalie understands that.
Yet that is not the end of the story. Tell him what else you did.
You make a strong case, Mr. Stewart. How could a man in my position refuse such a generous offer? And we are agreed. Yes. But I believe that where you're from in the United States, it gets cold not long from now. Could I have a coat?
I will arrange a coat for you. And I will take care of introducing you to your niece.
So, what are we thinking? Wow.
Wow, indeed.
I love it.
I do too.
Good.
Is it too dressy for the first day of school?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no. This is not first day of school. This is like going out, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try on something else.
Okay, all right, I'll be back.
Number 2. Okay. So gorgeous.
I have something else that's very special for you. Sit down.
Oh, it's a little small, don't you think?
It's for your baby star.
I think that Marcy should have that. She's gonna be the one, you know, accepting.
You know, I haven't made a secret of the fact that I really do wish you'd change your mind and raise your baby here with us as a Kramer. I promise you, you'll have all the help and support that you need.
Aunt Dorian, you need to accept my decision.
Of course.
Thank you. So how did you have time for all this anyway? Are you still running your big company?
Oh, Kramer Enterprises is an international conglomerate. I own it. I'm the boss. I get to do whatever I want. And I just wanted to pamper my girls today.
Well, if you really want to pamper Langston, you should help her track down the Montezes on her list.
I'm not going to interfere. I respect Langston's privacy too much to intrude.
It's not what it was like when you thought that Langston was pregnant.
I learned from that experience.
Like when you bought me these.
I'm so busted. Langston? Langston? Are you almost ready?
Aunt Dorian, before she comes, please, just think about helping Langston. It's hard for her to fit in here.
Well, I've always felt she fit in perfectly.
I know, but it doesn't mean that it's not hard. And think of it this way. If we looked up all of the Montezes, okay, crossed them all off of this list, then Langston would know for sure that we are her only family, and she can be that Kramer woman that you always wanted her to be. Right? I'm ready. Okay.
Right, how about this one?
Oh. You look like
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The perfect Kramer woman. Which is what I always thought she was.
You're still going through with this.
What, telling Shane the truth? Yeah, it's a concept.
You heard Shane last night. He hates Rex.
And you didn't have anything to do with that.
Don't put this on me.
Okay, I know. I'm the one who started this whole lie and kept it going for way too long. Now I'm ending it. Brody.
What?
I would like for you to be there when I tell Shane.
Forget it.
So that's it? You come in and you play dad for all this time, and now you're just gonna cut and run?
Well, you just said it, Gigi. It's your lie.
It was. Until you made it a lot more complicated by faking a DNA test.
I told you I did that to protect Shane because we hadn't heard from you. And I was afraid something had happened to you.
Yeah. You told me why you did it, but you never told me how.
What difference does that make?
You say you're not going to be there when I tell Shane the truth. Well, the first thing he's going to say is that there is scientific proof that you're his father. I have to have an answer for that. How did you get a DNA test to say that you're Shane's dad when we both know you're not?
Gigi made sure that Shane fell in love with the idea of his hero father. And then Brody showed up for real. Shane's crazy about him.
Does this guy Brody think that he is the kid's dad?
No. He knows it's me.
Huh. Did he know that when he showed up at the wedding?
Yeah. And he knows how Gigi feels about me, and he still wants to be Shane's dad.
Why? What's he want? He wants Gigi?
Probably. Maybe he got a taste of the father figure and found out he liked it.
You want me to check into this guy?
No, I already did that. I couldn't get into his military files, and other than a couple of bar fights, he's clean.
God, it's a tough situation.
Yeah. What's the truth gonna do to that kid? I only thought that Charlie was my dad for a few months, and it knocked me on my ass when I found out the truth.
Yeah, but don't let what happened with you and Charlie cloud your judgment. This is a totally different situation.
No kidding. Shane's got 2 guys that want to be his dad. When I was his age, I would have been lucky to have 1.
What's the next step?
I don't know.
You know, I remember that Shane was pretty crazy about you, too.
Yeah, that was before. Brody's trying to turn Shane against me, and it's working. That's why I'm considering...
What?
Maybe the best thing I can do for my son is not be his father.
I was in special ops. You really think it was that hard for me to get a hold of some of Rex Paulson's DNA?
Do you know how weird that sounds?
Don't be cute. I did what I had to do to try to protect Shane in case you and Rex never came back. You put me in the middle of this situation, Jeej.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like, I made you a promise 10 years ago. I'm just keeping it.
10 years ago, you thought you were going to come back home, and you and Shane and I would be a family.
We are now.
No, we're not. Shane is Rex's son. Oh, God, look. I'm grateful for everything you've done. But gratitude is as far as it goes. I'm in love with Rex, and nothing is going to change that.
So you're willing to just step aside, let this guy Brody just keep pretending that he's your son's father?
When you say it like that,
How
it
else am
makes
I going to
sense.
say it?
I would love to be Shane's father. I don't want to screw up his life.
You sure that's what you'd do?
I know what he's been through. I know what it's like growing up without a father. Going to Little League games and Pee-wee football whenever the kid has his dad there watching. I should have been there.
And now?
Well, now Shane has a dad he's crazy about. I remember how glad I felt when I thought that Charlie was my father. You should see Shane's face whenever he's with Brody or whenever he talks about him.
You know, you keep talking about what it was like when you found out about Charlie. What about when you found out that the whole thing was a lie? Now, can you guarantee that Shane would never find out the truth? What'll it do to him if he does?
Tell me what to do.
No. Balsam, you're a grown man. This is your decision.
You're right. Whenever you are living a lie, it always hurts when you find out the truth. And the bottom line is, Shane's living a lie.
I think you better tell him the whole story, Jessica.
Jesse, what aren't you telling me?
You're not gonna let this go, are you, Auntie Tina?
No.
Mom?
Oh, Sarah, we're in here. What?
Sarah, what happened?
Christian's missing. Oh my God.
I thought he came back from Medora with you and Talia.
No, he got bumped from our flight and he was supposed to be on the next one, but he never came home.
He went missing at the airport?
Nobody knows what happened to him. Uncle Bo thinks that Carlo Hesser got him.
No, that can't be. I mean, Carlo is locked up in Medora. I saw it on TV.
He escaped.
What? I mean, doesn't anybody build a decent prison anymore?
Oh my God. Carlo Hesser hates Christian. He hates the entire Vega family. I mean, Dad, he hates our family.
Hesser went after Kevin, Asa, and Vicky.
And me.
But nothing is going to happen to anybody here.
Dad, I think that we should be honest about Carlo and what he's capable of. I mean, if he could kidnap Christian in an airport with all that security, I mean, he can go after anyone. Anyone.
If I may, I would like to be kept apprised of this man's condition from time to time.
You need not worry. We know how to deal with violent offenders here at Plateau.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But this man led an uprising a few years ago at a prison in the United States.
So, my friend, you're a murderer and an insurrectionist. Don't worry. After some strict obedience training, you'll fit right in here. Will you take him?
You're not gonna get away with this. I'll kill you, Hesser. I swear I'll kill you. I'm not a criminal. He's the criminal. Él es el criminal. No soy yo.
Warden, I was told I'd have this entire area to myself. There was to be no other visitors.
Oh, Mr. Stewart, I assure you, you have nothing to fear. Mr. Byrne is very discreet.
Mortimer Byrne.
Judge Stewart.
I once knew another Judge Stewart. Perhaps your relatives?
It's a popular name in the South.
Excuse me.
Certainly.
Warden.
Thank you again, Mr. Byrne. Were you able to reach an agreement with the inmate, Mr. Stewart?
Yes, he is changing into street clothes. Oh, no. I trust there will be no delay in releasing Mr. Montez to my custody.
There won't be any delay.
Nice to meet you, Jed.
Dad, with Carlo Hesser on the loose, we should really get some protection for our family, especially for Sarah.
Why me?
Well, God, he tried to kill you in Mandora, didn't he?
Well, luckily there are no waterfalls.
I know, but I think that it's clear that Carlo is determined to get revenge on you, Tina, for whatever he thinks that you did to double-cross him. And I'm sure that he knows that you and Sarah are back here in Landview, so who knows what he might do.
Yeah, she's right. So we're going to get extra security for the house and for Sarah.
Mom, you haven't heard from Carlo, have you?
No. No, honey, no, of course not.
You know, Hesser would need a very good reason to risk returning to Landview.
And I'm sure that, Tina, you haven't done anything to give Carlo a reason to come back here, right?
No. Of course not.
Look, honey, I don't want you going through anything else, so we're going to take every precaution.
And, Sarah, I'm sure Christian's going to be okay. Why don't we just get something to eat and you can tell me everything that you know about
Tina, wait a minute. You said that Jesse didn't tell me the whole story about what happened with her and Natalie. What is the whole story?
Tina, please.
What do you think I should do? I want you to tell me.
The worst mistake that I ever made was not being there when my son Drew was growing up. I did just what you're doing right now. I justified it by telling myself that he was much better off not being under the Buchanan influence, but that's nothing but an excuse. And I used it because deep down I was just afraid I'd be a lousy dad.
Well, Shane could still end up hating me.
Do you want him to be your son?
Yes.
Okay. Then you've got to get the truth out right now. He's probably going to be angry with you and with his mother. This is just the start. Balsam, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I mean, the days of you thinking of yourself first, those are over. Every day you have to let Shane know that you're there for him. You know, to hang out with him, to talk to him about, I don't know, school, sports, girls. You have to make him know that you are in it for the long haul. So you're his dad for life. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Think about my son, Drew. I'll tell you, Balsam, you don't want to live with that kind of regret.
Brody,
Your point.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but I can't keep denying mine. I tried to convince myself for the last 10 years that I was over Rex, but the minute that he came back into my life, I realized I was wrong. I loved him.
Yeah, maybe it was good. My mother told you I was dead. Well, otherwise, we might have gotten married, had a kid or two of our own, and then Rex would have showed up and screwed the whole family up.
I really hate what I put you through. I do. But I'm gonna need you to do one more thing for me. I need you to let Shane and me go.
You really think I did all this just for you? You think I only let Shane call me Dad because I was so madly in love with you?
Why'd you do it?
You were talking about me, weren't you?
It's perfection. That is, if you like it.
No, I like it. I just, I think I might lose the hat.
Oh, no, don't touch it. Just give it a little bit more time.
Okay, time.
Good,
Got it.
good. And now it's your turn. Yes, indeed, young lady. You have to try some of these things on.
Do they have big hats too? Because I would love to take it off and just hide my ginormous stomach.
You look beautiful, okay? And when you see these things, I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised.
All right, wish me luck. Good luck. Dorian, you didn't have to buy me all these new clothes.
I wanted to. I wanted to do something special for my girls and make them happy. Sweetheart, what's the matter?
Nothing. Just... When you call me one of your girls, I feel so special. And now I feel guilty.
Why?
Because some phony psychic tells me that I may have a relative out there somewhere, and I'm all over it. I mean, why am I looking for someone that I don't even know just because we share the same last name? You, Star, and Blair, you've shown me a real family right here.
Ready to go? Yes, I am. I'm so anxious to meet my niece. What was that odd name again?
Langston.
Jessica is not telling the whole story.
Just say it, Auntie. Did you say that she's
Jessica
Tess?
told me that Natalie is being very pushy. Very pushy
I don't
and
believe
demanding.
it. She's got Auntie in full too.
Forgive it.
Maybe I should have a little talk with Natalie.
Oh, Dad, it's okay. That's not necessary.
Sarah, I'm going to do everything possible to make sure that Christian gets back safely.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah, come on, sweetie.
Oh, and Tina, I just really wanted to thank you for making me tell the truth to my dad about Natalie and I. You know, it feels so much better to get that off my chest, you know?
Yeah. Good. I want what's best for you.
Yeah, Tina, you're a real gem.
Jesse, I don't want you to fret about this situation with Natalie.
Thanks, Dad. I think maybe I was wrong to ask her to move in here. I just think that she and I just need a little bit of time.
See what she's doing.
Are you going to be all right, sweetheart?
Yeah, Dad, thanks.
All right. Don't you worry about Carlo Hessler either, because I'm going to get a hold of Uncle Bo about that.
Oh, please do that.
Yeah. And if you want, I could have that talk with Natalie.
Oh, no, Dad. It's okay. I have everything under control.
All right. I love you.
I love you. Like I said, I've got everything under control.
You bitch.
Good luck in your new life, Montes. Make the best of it. Because if you return to Plateau, it won't be so quite comfortable for you.
Can I take him to the limo, please? I got a limo? Only the best for friends of the family. Oh, and don't be getting any ideas, Montez. We have the power to get you out of here. That means we have the power to put you right back. Let's go. Jared, give me good news. It's done. Any problems? None. We should be back in Landview by the end of the day. And I should have the company back from Dorian by the end of the week.
You know, there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. It's perfectly natural for you to be curious. So, would you feel any better if you knew whether or not Delfina was right?
Yeah, I mean, if she'd never said it, if she'd never been so right about all those other things, then maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but now it does.
Fine. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have every name on this list investigated, and if any one of these people is related to you, well, we're going to find out.
You would do that for me?
Actually, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself.
What do you mean?
I don't want you to be my foster daughter anymore.
You don't?
I would like you to do me the honor of allowing me to legally adopt you as my daughter.
Welcome to Plateau. I can promise you, you won't be enjoying your stay here.
People are already looking for me. They'll find me.
And who will they be looking for? Christian Vega? We have no Christian Vega here. Thank you.
Not everything's always about you, kiddo.
Yeah, we were just talking about dinner tonight.
Are we all having dinner together?
You and me tonight. Your mom has to work.
Dad, I think we need to have this talk now.
What talk?
What are you doing here?
Shane.
Well, I came here to talk to Brody, but I'm glad your mom and you are here too.
Well, you're gonna have to wait, because we're having a family meeting.
Then I guess it's a good thing I'm here.